Ooh. Welcome to episode 71 of Blue-Lusional.
Nice.
We're surviving. We're
That's the way to put it.
medicating. Devin and I
Yeah.
are about to be so medicated, guys. Just wait. We shared a funny video to each other the other day that was like, we're in the process of being medicated. We're going to come back we're going to be so funny in a couple weeks, guys. Just hang in there. You thought we were funny now. We're going to be so hilarious. When my Prozac kicks in and I have not a care in the world for anything, just
consistently feel like a person, it's over. It's over for you, bitch.
It's over for you, bitch.
Ooh, let me feel like a person 2 days in a row.
Let me get this BetterHelp sponsorship. Hey, mental health matters. BetterHelp, if you're out there, sponsor us for taking care of our mental health and medicating ourselves. If you two are feeling, get some medication. Boy, is it great.
Feel, maybe you can feel,
or nothing. That's great too. Can't wait. The Hope Corps is gonna.
You're gonna be like, is this an ad for Lexapro?
It's an ad for Prozac. If this shit works, guys, I will never shut up about it. I will become a walking ad for Prozac if this shit works.
If you're listening.
If you're listening, Prozac. Yeah. Well, speaking of people who need to be medicated.
Sedated.
They need psychotherapy.
A lobotomy.
They need to be something. Natalie Harp, she is making headlines this week thanks to Jon Ossoff. She is Trump's human binkie, also known as the human printer. She follows that man around. She is always with this man, and she is known to print out articles, print out things for him to read that make him feel good. You know, because he likes to read. He likes to read numbers, and she's the one printing it. You might also know her as Insane Bolt because there is a picture going around, which is on the thumbnail of her sprinting after him while he's on a golf cart. It's very funny. So funny.
She's hauling
ass. But yeah, she's one of his closest aides, and she is one that he saved on the decoy plane. He took her over Caroline Leavitt. So yeah, Jon Ossoff was like,
that's suspicious.
This is weird. That's weird. Let's talk about it. She's been around for a minute. Back a couple of years ago, when she first started working for him, she was printing out a bunch of stuff for him, as she does, and she decided to slip a note that she wrote in there, basically being like, now that I don't have a daddy anymore, you know, I just feel so close to you, and, you know, you're the only thing that matters to me, and if I'm fucking up, just, like, scream at me. Like, cuss me out. Slap me around. There's no lie detected. Have you ever decided to write your boss something like that? Let me know. Never once has it crossed my mind.
What in the 50 Shades of Grey?
She said, if you want to pin me up in the elevator, whatever you want. So the problem that Jon Ossoff did bring up is, hey, she's been, you know, an aide working very closely with the President of the United States, literally attached to him by the diaper, following him around, access to all this very confidential information, and she was not cleared. She didn't have security clearance until very recently because she refused to fill out the paperwork last year. And basically, reports are saying the person who ended up intervening was Trump himself to get her to fill out the paperwork. It took the man himself.
The streets are saying she's a honeypot.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how she's still around, because it seems like they tried to get rid of her.
He probably fired her and she said no. That's not how this goes.
She spent the summer of 2023 sleeping in the women's locker room at his golf course club because they didn't give her a room.
She definitely will just leave if we don't give her a room.
She
And
was
she said,
initially in the maid's quarters, but she felt that wasn't close enough to Trump. Could you imagine them trying to like softly get rid of you and you're like, I can sleep in the locker room? Well, there's no bed for me? Totally fine. I'll just sleep on the ground outside of his room.
just take the bench. There's a shower in there and everything. I have a locker. Thanks, guys.
And you can only imagine this is all stuff that we didn't know about because who the fuck cared who this white girl was before until now. And then it's like unraveling this like psychopath. And everything all the way back to 2023 is actually insane.
She's
This
horrifying.
is an insane person.
Yeah.
This is somebody who might as well not, if she is on Prozac, she needs to get off of it. I mean,
She's a lunatic.
she's a fucking lunatic.
Like a real life lunatic.
They had to go get Melania and say, go out there. Go out there. They haven't seen you in like 30 days. Anyways,
I forgot about her.
We forgot
I said,
the walls were.
Shit, he has a wife. This asshole has a wife. Oh shit, right.
They said, get the fuck out there and say how much you love your man.
She said 400K this time. Because he can't handle his bitch. You know, because he can't handle his bitch. 400K.
Yeah, it's actually insane how closely she looks like Ivanka. So if you haven't seen a picture of Natalie Harp, just picture a more white girl version of Ivanka. And it all tracks. So, I mean, this is not shocking because we know Trump likes to surround himself with who he deems beautiful women, and then they are the first that are blamed for anything that goes wrong. So this is not shocking in the slightest. It's just funny. It's pure entertainment for me. Nothing's gonna happen. Like, Jon knows what he's doing. Jon knows what he's doing. I mean, he's bringing up a point that, like, hey, there's somebody that's literally probably the closest that she can be to him and didn't have security clearance for a year. But, like, nothing's gonna happen. What are they gonna do?
Also said, hey guys, that girl might be a foreign asset. And all of us are like, hey, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
But, like, so is everybody else around him.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
They're just like, oh, just another Tuesday.
Just another Tuesday. It's just another entry point to get to him. It's just, here's the thing.
Sorry, guys. She can get investigated too.
Yeah, you think Lindsey Graham wasn't. You think Peter Thiel isn't. You think Stephen Miller isn't. They're all like that. But I do think that because she didn't have security clearance and she didn't want to fill the paperwork out, people were like, what the fuck are you hiding? I think, yeah, she's hiding something. Except the fact that she's insane. She's not good at hiding that part. It's like the movie Obsession with Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's, you know? Like, when he goes, she's going to go with him. That's what it's starting to feel like. It's going to be like Romeo and Juliet.
She's going to get in the casket. She's going to get in the casket. She's going to be
like hanging on to him in the casket.
No! You were supposed to live forever.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
So if you were wondering, why do I keep hearing Natalie Harp? That's why. It's just some reality TV show entertainment for the week. While everything else burns around us.
Yeah.
We just needed something to have a little chuckle. But speaking of things that are burning around us, everything's being recalled. At this point, whatever you're eating, probably recalled. Let's just go through them because we're the who now. So, Dreyer's brand ice is recalling a large amount of frozen Outshine fruit bars due to possible glass contamination. We've got dog food. Omas Pride has recalled hundreds of bags of dog food, specifically in the tri-state area, due to salmonella outbreak. The bags were sold online, I believe, mostly through Amazon, to Arizona, California, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, New Jersey, Nevada, New York, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Specifically, Wolf Complete canine chicken recipe bags. So,
Give it to your dog.
One of the more concerning ones, because most people have this, is the Clear Eyes Maximum Itchy Relief Eye Drops. Those are due to a lack of assurance of being sterile.
Yeah.
Sterility. Class 2 recall, meaning the use or exposure of the product may cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences. Throw that shit out.
Eyes.
Just throw it out. Throw it out, please. Next, sorry to all the toddler parents. More blueberries have been recalled for E. coli. I know.
Stopped.
I know there's something in the water with these toddlers. Every toddler is obsessed with blueberries. Somebody made a video that made me laugh for a solid 10 minutes straight. And they said, this is Charlie Kirk's way of getting revenge on Erica. Because he said that daddy had to go to work for the blueberry fund. And so Charlie said, you know what, Erica, no more blueberries. Cut that shit right out. We're nearing a year, so maybe that's a sign.
My God.
But no more blueberries for now. Sorry. Can't have anything nice.
We can't have shit.
White girls, the sourdough bread. Possible contamination with metal shards in the state of Washington by Grand Central Bakery. Can't have bread, no blueberries, can't put drops in your eyes.
Are literally this long.
Can't feed your dog.
I posted.
Can't have a popsicle.
You can't have shit. We can't have shit. They're taking everything from us. We can't.
I had a Chipotle bowl last night and was like, you know what? I'm just getting whatever I want.
Fuck
it. The likelihood of me getting sick from this Chipotle bowl in general is pretty high, so I'm getting the lettuce.
Fuck it.
I'm getting the pico.
Do it.
Getting the sour cream. Whatever.
Run it up.
This is how we have to. It's either we eat nothing. But I would probably throw out the eye drops, definitely. And the dog food. Don't get your dog sick. You want to get yourself sick, that's one thing. Throw out the eye drops and get rid of the dog food.
Yeah, if you want to get yourself sick, that's on you. Same
that's
way
on
if
you.
You want to get vaccinated, whatever. Your body choice in that, man. Whatever.
The growing list is not going to end, and you know what we have to say about it. We could come here every week and tell you the same thing. You all know how we feel about it.
I had to hold myself back from
like
saying
you guys keep going, well, this is crazy. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You know why this is happening. Stop playing around.
Stop playing around. And
stop
vote.
Acting stupid. I know you are, but stop acting stupid.
Mm-hmm. Please, and thank you.
And since you guys were acting stupid, Chief Justice Roberts came in while the Supreme Court is on recess, mind you, and said, you know how the federal judges in the lower court said, the ballroom, there was no congressional approval. What the fuck are you doing? Stop that. Chief Justice Roberts on his break said, you know what? Let me help you out here, buddy. I'm gonna put a temporary stay, okay, on that federal judge's order. I'm gonna buy you some time because, you're gonna get your ass whooped in like 2 months and some change. So I'm gonna buy you some time, build your shit up a little bit. We'll figure it out when we come back in October. So temporarily, for the time being, they get to continue to build the ballroom bunker because you guys are being stupid in 2024. So the First Amendment attack again. My God, what's new? So the Pentagon fired the publisher, that would be Middle East reporter Laura Cope, and the editor of the Stars and Stripes newspaper. That is a newspaper that covers all things military. Excuse me. So they've been covering the conditions of the service members that were on the USS Abraham Lincoln. If you don't remember, it's the aircraft that's been out quadruple the amount of time it was supposed to be for the Iran war, and the service members are trying to kill themselves. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that was being covered in the newspaper. And so Laura and the editor both got fired for insubordination, aka telling the truth about Pete Hegseth and his administration holding service members hostage, essentially, to do their bidding for them. And the only reason that a new aircraft came in to swap out for them was because, again, content creators hopped on the internet and said, what the fuck is going on here? This was not being covered on any media.
No.
Not a CNN, ABC, nothing. And that's the power of content creation, honestly, because this is happening more often where the mainstream media is not covering stories, and we literally have to pick up our phones and being like, guys, we have to do it.
Well, and also, if it were me and I had a son or my spouse was on the USS Abraham Lincoln and I was able to get intel from them and be like, hey, some of my fellow soldiers are trying to jump overboard, my first thought is not going to be to try to contact CNN or ABC to get them to run the story. I'm gonna go straight to bigger content creators. I'm gonna be in Aaron Parnas's DMs. I'm gonna be up in his DMs. And they did. And that's this new wave that we keep telling you guys of independent media. It's content creation is now independent media, and people are trusting these independent journalists more than they are ABC and CNN, because time and time again, we know who runs mainstream media and what they're allowed to say and how they're allowed to spin it. And really, the only thing that you should be doing is trying to find the article in Ground News so you can find out which way it leans, or you can find independent journalists online that you trust. And 9 times out of 10, they're right. And most of them, if they're wrong, will correct themselves.
Yeah. You got to go with the independent media because it's
got to be that way.
Media. At this point, it's state-run media.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're just doing whatever the fuck. So, wild Mustangs, the horses, Mustangs, you probably heard because this is just insane. So, wild Mustangs are being rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management to then be sold to slaughterhouses to be killed to be processed meat. It is illegal to kill wild Mustangs in the United States, but this regime is lawless. But they found a loophole, which is what they love doing, and the Bureau of Land Management rounded up the horses and they sent them overseas. They sold them to slaughterhouses overseas to be slaughtered and then become processed meat. This is not a segue because people are trying to connect the two, but it's shady. What was it? Trump said that he is going to be importing hundreds of thousands of pounds of beef because the beef industry is not doing hot right now. The prices are up. It's not looking too hot. He said he's going to import the beef. Not going to tell you where it's from, though. Probably Argentina. But, so yeah, not going to tell you. That pissed MAGA off. Because a lot of them are farmers. They have cattle on their farm. They said, hey, wait a minute. We should be getting that opportunity. We come get our beef. We want you to eat our beef, Daddy. Why are you doing this to us?
I said no, I can't. No.
I don't. fuck you. Fuck you. And they're like, oh my God, we can't believe this. We had no idea that he would do something
Who
to
could have
us
done
like
something
this.
like this to us?
And you know what? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep making them mad. You got 70-ish days to keep fucking shit up. Give him the microphones.
Yeah.
Give him the pens. Let him treat him like a Make-A-Wish kid. You're already doing it. Just go full send. Fuck it. Canada has entered the chat again. They're finally doing what they should have did last year, to be completely honest. They suspended all negotiations with the U.S. because of unfair economic practices. You don't say. They instituted a 50% tariff on $28 billion worth of goods. And guess who has to pick up the tab on that? You guessed it. You do. Now, this is the part that I love, because they want to be petty with it. Canadian politicians are suggesting to Mark Carney, that's their PM, to specifically target red states. Because I remember they proposed that last year, but they're Canadian, so they were like, "No, that's too harsh. That's too harsh." But now it's gone too far. Hit the Trump voting states, and you know what? Do it.
Sure.
Let it happen. Keep putting all that fuel, that open flame leading up to November, okay? Fuck it. Keep the war going. Let those gas prices keep going up. Keep importing that beef, that random mystery meat. Keep pissing off all those farmers. Keep doing it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Guys, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
It's
We
just,
have to
in
stop.
general, you gotta stop.
To stop. So today, news broke that Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, and Trump's son-in-law, who is not a elected official at all, Jared Kushner, had a meeting in private, and the New York Times article said that it was about trying to find. We keep saying media literacy is dead. And it is, because the things that you guys should take literal, you don't. And the things that you shouldn't take literal, you do.
Yep.
Do you think that he said, "Hey, buddy, let's figure some things out"? Here's what I think happened. This is my opinion. Let me preface this with this. If you've been following us, we do not fuck with Hakeem Jeffries.
We are in the Hakeem hater club.
Okay, we don't want him to be the speaker. We don't want him to be in Congress anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I personally think, okay, Big Daddy Trump said, "Hey, Jared, we're fucked, big dog. We're fucked. Robert, we are so fucked. I need you to pick up the phone. The polls are saying Hakeem's going to end up being the fucking speaker. Go. I know you're cool with him. You guys like got a similar friend crowd, right? Go talk to him. Okay? Because I know you're going to be investigated too. So go fucking talk to him. And hey, if we like give up some people, can you turn the heat down on us? That's my personal conspiracy theory. But here's the thing. People don't want to approach this with nuance. They want to. You guys didn't read the article. You saw the headline as usual. You immediately got emotional. You already don't like Hakeem Jeffries. You already have the preconceived notion of him. You already have what you're going to think of him in your head. So you immediately go to, oh, well, there's no reason he needs to be meeting with him. This is AIPAC. He shouldn't. The only interest they have together in common is Israel. And if you read the article, it reads as if Jared Kushner is trying to save his ass.
Yeah, it's very much.
That's how it reads.
Like that. And like, also, a lot of the comments that I'm seeing are very much like, well, if anyone is that comfortable hanging out with people who support AIPAC and blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, guys. If you think that Hakeem Jeffries having a conversation with Jared Kushner is like, oh my God, I can't even breathe. I'm screaming, crying, throwing up. I am so sorry. You guys are going to be screaming, crying, throwing up for the rest of time because I don't know what you expect even your like DSA candidates to do when they get into office. You think they're just going to ignore the Republicans? You cannot expect politicians to not have to reach across the aisle and have conversations. If you think like Mamdani going to the White House was okay, and talking to Trump, but you think Hakeem talking to Jared Kushner is terrible, like to me, that's just very hypocritical. And you know my stance on Hakeem Jeffries. I hate that man and I wish somebody could have beat him in a primary. And to everybody like, we got to get rid of him. That's not happening at this point. This is what primaries were for. Yeah. He's going to be the Speaker of the House. We're going to be with him for the foreseeable future. But it's just not fair to be like, oh, if you guys, like, we got to let Mamdani talk to Trump and go to the White House because he's got to, schmooze it up to get what he wants. But you don't want Hakeem Jeffries to go to Jared Kushner and be like, these are my list of demands because we're winning. And he didn't even, it doesn't seem like he's the one who reached out for the conversation. Kushner's team reached out to Jeffries for the conversation, and I'm pretty sure Jeffries was like, I'll hear him out.
Okay.
If there's anything in this for me, they could have talked and he could have been like, you're shit out of luck. Once we win this shit back, we don't know what happened in this conversation, but there is no reason why Hakeem would meet with Jared with the polls looking the way they look right now. Other than Jared's trying to save ass. And
this is clickbait.
My theory is a little different than Devin's. I don't think Trump sent Jared to do it. I think Jared's doing it because Jared is the only one with kind of that bit of sense that's like, oh, we're fucked. I truly believe that Trump is going down with the sinking ship. He truly thinks he could change something at the last minute. Not anything like we're going to talk about, but like can't like cancel the elections. But what I'm saying is he's going to like be like, oh, we won the war in Iran. We're good. And he thinks that's going to help him. I think Jared's like, I need to talk to this guy because he's probably the only one that will talk to me. And I got to see where we're at, what he plans to do, how fucked we are. My only hope is that Hakeem didn't give him any information that can give him a head start. But I wouldn't read too much into it. I think it's the same. To me, it's the same as Mamdani going to the White House.
Like, no, we don't like that he met with Jared Kushner. Like,
no, we don't have to like him. We don't.
But
we don't. But it's you're allowing this to become this infighting machine.
It's not useful right now.
It's not useful. There are a lot of other things that are, and we can get rid of Hakeem down the line. Not right now. Focus on the things we can do right now. But we don't forget, okay, I'm always going to be in the Hakeem hater club. And the second we can move and get him gone, we can, but not right now. No, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon right now. That's a waste of time.
Yup.
Waste of time. All right, let's do a nice update. Both terrible updates, just terrible. There was a viral video going around the past 2 days. It's at a hospital in Florida. It's an Ecuadorian mother and daughter. They were being treated in the ER after a near fatal car accident, and ICE showed up and arrested them and separated them in the hospital, like literally pulling them out of their hospital beds, all on video, after being told their visas were expired. Just on video. Cruelty is the point. As we say, this is after there was also video of ICE showing up at a gas station to question a man just because he was Hispanic.
Both tough watches.
Really tough watches. And you should watch them because they should make you really uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't get desensitized to it. You gotta watch it.
Seeing a mom and daughter be ripped away from each other in hospital beds after almost dying in a car accident is very, very upsetting. Yeah, it's very sobering. And this one also. In Arizona, a 1-year-old baby had to appear in immigration court alone and was told to file an asylum claim. The baby's representative from the U.S. Committee for Refugees, who is contracted through the Department of Homeland Security, didn't say anything. That's who's fighting for this 1-year-old baby. There was a video that went around that people thought was AI for the longest time of like children having to appear in immigration court by themselves, like 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 4-year-olds. No, that was real, and it's still happening. 1-year-old. 1-year-old. This is what we mean when we say you guys aren't actually pro-life.
Slightly.
Not even slightly. Not even slightly. Please use your brains this November.
Yeah.
Because we could stop this. This is something we can stop. If you vote blue down the ballot.
Yeah. And the people that are representing those kids are child traffickers, by the way.
Yep. Everything's corrupt.
Okay. Well, guys, Gary, Indiana. Well, there's actually good news about that today. But today was day 12 of Gary, Indiana not having power after getting hit with really bad storms. The first thing that I want to get off is that people saying that Gary, Indiana voted for this, don't do that, because remember Texas last year? People were doing that. They were saying, oh, Texas voted for this. Well, fuck them, whatever. That wasn't it. So don't do that. 1, 2, Gary, Indiana is a predominantly black area. And they didn't vote. They quite literally did not vote for this. But then it also makes sense as to why it took essentially almost 2 weeks exactly for residents of Gary, Indiana to start getting their power turned back on, because I mean, this is a tale as old as time. This keeps happening anytime a predominantly black area gets hit with severe storms, like acts of God, what have you. Katrina. Blank. Black
Even
communities.
Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
Asheville.
Always get left hung out to dry. The white communities in Indiana who also had their power turned off, they had their shit on within the week. They were good to go. Gary, it was starting to sound like it was the purge out there. People are getting their homes broken into, looting, because that does something to you when you are completely taken out of your norm and basically thrown into survival mode. Think about it. People who have medications that need to get frozen, they could not keep, or frozen, refrigerated. Everything in your fridge is done. Your fridge is done. That's nothing.
Day 12, nothing. Nothing.
You don't have a fridge anymore. The darkness that you see in these videos is just, it's so fucking dystopian. And of course that got people's brains churning and saying, oh, this is a test for something. They're going to want to shut down the grids. They're doing it with data centers on purpose. And here's the thing, this is just a culmination of the shit. This is the culmination of this country being a third world country. That's what it is. This is another example. All roads lead back to voting. Our politicians do fuck all, especially when it comes to investing into infrastructure. And we're seeing the cracks super fucking hardcore when you have a bunch of fucking clowns in charge. The electrical grid is getting overloaded. You find out how terrible it is. No public transportation. The water systems are fucked. All because all of these shitty people got elected. When instead of sitting on your ass at home, you could have been voting for somebody who actually gave a fuck. And you know what? I'm not even going to put that on everybody, because we weren't as informed as we are now. We weren't as locked in. We heard the things that sounded good and we're like, oh yeah, that sounds good. He's probably not a liar. Now, that's not going to fly anymore. Absolutely not. So, but yeah, that's good news. Gary, Indiana residents are starting to get their power turned back on. After freaking day 12. That was 345K that lost power, but there's still about 30,000 people who still don't have power. So you can go to Who is King Triv. He, in his bio, he has a link that to donate to help residents out. I think Keith Lee might have something because he's
I think so.
he got in touch with the representatives over in Gary. So yeah, those two people, they're definitely good to help out there. We have a Nolan Wells update. So no, I'm sorry. I meant Carmelo Anthony. So first update on that is that Carmelo had a hearing for a retrial. That was denied. Now, before that, the judge who presided over the first case, he was removed because he was extremely biased. As fucked. He got removed. The new judge got put on, and new information was released about Austin, which made sense as to why the attorneys for the prosecution and the defense both had backdoor deal to not speak on any of their clients' prior histories. It was bad. It was bad. Austin, that kid was a fucking demon.
Yeah.
That kid was a fucking demon neo-Nazi. He had got put into juvie in like second grade. He recently got in trouble, suspended from school for writing graffiti, Hail Hitler, kill all blacks, KKK. This kid was a whole ass neo-Nazi. So maybe Nolan knew exactly what the fuck was going on the second this kid ran up on him and said, there's a whole fucking neo-Nazi in front. Seems to make a lot more fucking sense to me. Because I'm sorry, Buddy wants to kill all the blacks?
Should have known the second you saw how his dad moved right after the case. Immediately, not even 24 hours later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he called him watermelon felon. We're like, oh, yeah.
Within 24 hours.
We're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. This kid is definitely a disgusting, vile being. So, yes, right now that the case or the hearing for the retrial, it's not going to get a retrial, but that's getting appealed again with a lower court. So that's still not over. So we will update on that when that gets updated again. But I don't think that I think the earliest would be like the beginning of 2027 for that.
Yeah.
So, but once that hits, we'll give the update on that.
All right. Let's talk about Florida. Florida. Yes.
Always.
What did I say last week? What did I say? Like, please. Oh my God. Okay. Let's talk about the good first. Angie Nixon is advancing to the general. We did not fumble Angie Nixon. Okay. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. I know it's a long road ahead. That's very understandable. It's going to be between her and Ashley Moody. So it's a long road. It's a long battle ahead these next couple months. So everybody needs to be all hands on deck for Angie. All fucking hands on deck. This is not going to be an easy win. It's just not. This is Florida, and we just witnessed how primaries went. So they're not so great. Angie Nixon was the only one we got.
Yeah, we got Robert
out of our peoples.
Yeah, out of our.
Unfortunately, Bernard was so close, and we want to talk about it because when we say every vote matters, this is what we mean. Bernard's race didn't even get called for about 2 days because it was so close, like between like 300 votes. And there were mail-in ballots that they didn't know if they were going to count or not count in different counties. Just ended up that Bernard was not advancing. And that's what we mean by every vote matters. So we're really upset for our grassroots candidates, but some of them being so close gives us a lot of hope for the state. Because if you don't live here, you'll never understand like how wild this state really is. Like to see Angie Nixon move forward and not like our grassroots candidates just shows like the state's all the fuck over the place. Because to me, if Angie Nixon is advancing to the Senate, I would think that a couple of our other grassroots candidates would, but unfortunately, just didn't happen. And I'm really upset. Pretty much all of the grassroots candidates that we interviewed were close, but just didn't make it through. Robert People did make it through. We did not interview him here on the podcast, but we do follow him and I endorsed him. He did make it through, so we're very excited about that. And we're going to try and get him on before the general. So those things are great. And some good things on the Republican side is a lot of the nominees, candidates that Trump endorsed did not make it, including Corey Mills. Corey Mills is my district. He did not advance, and Trump is lying about the fact that he endorsed him. Trump endorsed him not even too long ago. It was just like, hey, we all have our hiccups, love that man. You guys should vote for him. And they didn't. And then he was like, I told him to drop out. No, you fucking didn't. No, you didn't. Happen. You endorsed him. So we're getting to the point where we're just lying. So those are good things. For governor, we got Byron Donalds and David Jolly. It's not very shocking, but here's the thing. What happened in Florida is that it is a closed primary state, meaning that you have to be registered either as a Republican or a Democrat in order to vote in the primary. This is not even just in Florida. Many states have this rule. And we have been screaming for the past year that you need to register as one of the parties, preferably obviously Democrat, but some people were strategically going Republican to make sure Trump's endorsements didn't get through. And then you can switch back to NPA, independent, whatever. A lot of you guys didn't do it because here's the thing. All I had to check was one video where somebody went, why was the turnout so low? And everybody in there was like, well, independents couldn't vote. Independents couldn't vote. I couldn't vote. I'm an independent.
They wouldn't let me.
They wouldn't let me. I showed up and they wouldn't let me vote. So this is what we've been screaming about for the longest time. You had to register by July 20th. Most people didn't because of a lot of things, guys. A lot of people aren't paying attention. A lot of people don't care enough until like the week of. A lot of people in the comments were very much like, I don't identify with either party. I will never. And some people didn't even realize that this primary was happening. This is what we mean. There are 3.3 million voters in Florida registered as independents.
Didn't need 340 of those 3.3 million.
25% Dem turnout. It's just...
job now. And you don't get to complain. You don't get to complain about what you got. This is what vote blue no matter who means.
Yeah.
It's for the general.
Yeah. So I have to hope that the turnout is obviously going to be better in the general because the independents can vote and most of them seem like they're going to be voting blue. But it does suck because this is what we mean by like, you don't really have a say when you get to the general and vote because you didn't vote in the primary. And some of these called races, too. Like, especially the local elections. A lot of these called who wins. So, this is what we mean. Some states put amendments in their primary initiative to see if it's even going to make it onto, like, an amendment question. Sometimes they put it on the primary to see if it'll even end up in the general. So, like, this is what we mean. And Brandon Dukes won a special election for Pennsylvania State House 12 in Butler, PA by 97 votes. Trump won this district in 2024 by 18 points. That's where, Butler, PA. That's why Jared Kushner picked up the phone.
He said, fuck, in Butler?
Yeah, in Butler. We have a bit of a break in primaries. The last ones are rounding the corner next month. And then we'll be on break until the general in November. I'm disappointed in Florida, obviously, but I can't say I'm too shocked. Just is what it is. Everybody learned a very valuable lesson. Very valuable lesson about living in a closed primary state. And if you don't want it to be that way, you have to vote. You have to vote for candidates that would be willing to change that in your state. So you need to vote in your local elections because those are local election criteria.
You guys could have voted on the local election stuff too if you're independent.
Yeah, I wonder who made it a closed primary state. I wonder who. Maybe do that research before the general.
Again.
Lock the fuck in. But not all bad. It's just, I just had much more hope. I really wanted our grassroots candidates to advance. And we knew it's always an uphill battle with grassroots candidates. We've said it from the beginning. It's an uphill battle, and it's name recognition, it's vibes. We have a lot of AI ads. Guys, football season's here, and you're going to see a lot of terrible, terrible, terrible Republican campaign ads made with AI, and the gerrymandering in the state of Florida, and voter suppression, and just people who are not fully educated. And it's not even meant to be a dig. It just is what it is. You know? There are so many things, and it just sucks. It's hard for me when I'm in comment sections and people are like, I showed up to vote and I couldn't, because here's the thing. How did that video land on your For You page? This video saying, why was there only a 25% turnout in the election? How did you get that video but not any other video about the election telling you to change your voter registration? Like, to me, that's just insane. Like, you are on the internet, you are scrolling, and we said this is something you have to actively participate in. So many people are like, why don't they make it easier to learn? Why didn't they come to me and tell me? Why didn't they send me something in the mail?
They knock on my door directly.
Why did they personally come to my door and tell me? They're not going to, and that's what we continue to say to you guys. It's like a muscle. Voting is like a muscle. You need to constantly work it. You need to constantly, write down dates on your calendar, put reminders in your phone. If you're moving to a new state, yes, when you're registering to vote, what I would do is I would register to vote, and if I knew I was going to be a Republican or a Democrat, I would look to see if it's a closed primary state. And then I would, okay, got it. And then I would look up when the deadline is, and I would make sure I change my voter registration before. Like, this is something you have to actively want to do this. And I know that it's frustrating and it shouldn't be like that. But again, the only way it's going to change, and the only way things are going to get better, is if you put in the work now and you vote. And then we can vote out the corruption, and maybe, just maybe, we won't have closed primaries anymore, because maybe we will get rid of a two-party system in the future. These are all things we have to fight for. They aren't just things that are going to magically happen because you're on the internet complaining about it. I digress. It sucks. I too want to just complain and things happen for me. I've learned very early in life that's just not how it works. I can complain all I want. I could be like, hey, my life kind of sucks right now. That sucks. But the only way it's going to get better is if I do something about it. And that's how it works in politics too.
Yep.
Just is what it is. Let's end the week with Yes, That Really Did Happen. Round out the week with some funny things. Pete Hegseth is considering running for president. It's speculated because he did visit Iowa, which is the first Republican primary caucus state. I mean,
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Go for it.
Do it.
Go for it, King.
Whatever.
Sure. You, Marco, JD, just all of you throw your names in there. Sure. Love that. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll work out really well for you. You're really loved right now with everything you're doing in Iran.
Don't worry about splitting the ticket. Just do it.
Everybody split your votes for them. It really works. Republicans, split your votes. It works. Darlene Graham was asked if Taiwan and the South China Sea are national security issues for the U.S. And she said she doesn't know much about any of that, but she supports the military.
Darlene,
Darlene, do you know where you are?
Darlene, do you know what a senator is? I don't think Darlene Graham knows what a senator does.
Darlene says, but I backed the blue, and they're like, that's the cops. That's not the military. She's like, same thing, right? Cops, military, same thing. Darlene, sit down.
She literally doesn't know what a senator does.
I want her to point to Taiwan on a map. Blank map. Show me Taiwan.
She didn't even have to lie on the resume.
She said, I don't know about that. I don't know about any
she
of
said,
that.
I don't. Wait, because look. I did a video on this and I was like, who was responsible for prepping her? Because debate prep isn't.
She said, I got it. I know what I'm going to say. And they're like, are you sure,
Nobody.
Darlene? Darlene.
Nobody.
It's a surprise.
Nobody around her was like, well, a
They're not
senator
going to ask
does
about
kind of
it.
like have to, deal with foreign policy and like,
you should probably
foreign
know
stuff.
what's going on in Taiwan. And she's like, they're not going to ask me about it. Why would they
I
ask
need to
me
know
about it?
Taiwan? We live here in the United States.
Here. If they're going to ask me about anything, they're probably going to ask me about Iran. Sure. At least someone's telling the truth.
Please vote
She
for
said,
Dr.
I don't know about any of that.
What do you want from me? I'm just a girl.
Sure. Okay. I wish I didn't have to know about any of that either. God, why can't I be like Darlene and just be like, I don't know. Just a girl. Finally, the Tate brothers admitted in court that most of their wealth is a facade. Yeah, all of those really expensive cars, Mercedes-Benzes, private jets, all that's just a rental.
What?
It's not real money. They just have to keep up the facade of red-pilling men. And in order to do that, they have to look like they have money.
I never would have guessed. What? You mean the guys that were trying to coach men on how to
alphas?
Get women and make more money and be financially free? We're actually broke and we're renting.
They broke?
What?
Brokies.
I can't. That is the...
Damn.
You know what?
How does it feel to be broke? Wow.
Who would ever thought this? Who
Brokey brokes. The brokest of brokes. Damn, that sucks to be a brokey. Wow, as a woman, I just want to say that. Damn, that must suck for them to be big broke.
Hey, at least he's got the men's outside of the jail cell doing push-ups.
Free my bros.
I don't, at this point, I'm like, this has to be a troll job. Because
I just know all of the, like, red-pilled men are like, wait, what? What? Wait, you guys are broke? Oh my God. They're the SpongeBob,
I took financial advice from him.
I donated to you guys. I gave you guys money.
Stop believing
you guys got Grant Cardoned.
Except for us. You can trust us.
Yeah, fuck
Stop believing these other strangers on the internet.
Well, that's all we have for this week. Pretty short episode for you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Weird.
Sponsored by medication.
It's because Republicans, they're running out of time, so they're not doing shit.
Yeah, they're not doing anything. It's actually, like, great for us. Like, while we're mentally crashing out, it's great to not have everything crashing around us. And then everybody wants, like, today, everybody wanted to fearmonger with them saying that Trump's going to cancel elections, that he's going to declare emergency, and then Hakeem, I was like, I'm going to take a nap.
Slow news day.
Like, you guys really, it's almost like we just want to spiral, and I won't allow it. I'll take a nap.
You guys like it. You guys like it.
Yeah. But chill week, no primaries this week. Everybody take a deep breath, center yourselves, go to therapy.
Anything.
Get your medications refilled, get your vaccines. Take care of you this week. Should be hopefully a slow week. So we'll see you next week, and bye.